Hey there, YouTube. ADB024 Aaron. Just wanted to show you some pictures off my wall that I've had here. They're historical photos of the Eugene, Springfield area in Oregon. And I encourage everyone out there to get involved with the learning and in the societies of local history in your city or town. First off, I'll show you this here is flood of 1890. This bridge here is the Ferry Street Bridge. You can see the Willamette River here completely flooded. Today, about where that grove of trees there is, that is where Autzen Stadium is, University of Oregon's football stadium. Duck football players play. So here's a holding tank, storage of drinking water. This is just a small farm there, and tell there wasn't much in 1890 except for some settlers there, and it's taken from Skinner's Butte. So here's the same spot from Eugene Skinner's Butte, looking at that Ferry Street Bridge here. You can see the Ferry Street Bridge, just barely the top of the steel span there, and actually this highway kind of running through there is considered the Ferry Street Bridge also. And right behind the Ferry Street Bridge there, that's the office of Eugene Water and Electric Board. The Willamette River there still. You have a new water city drinking water reservoir right here. I believe that's 1960s, 50s air. The other side over here, this used to be the area of a huge water reservoir also, and that's more early 1900s there. And you also have behind the Ferry Street Bridge there, that's Oregon Ducks football stadium, Autzen Stadium, and all this nice green area through here with all these trees that have been planted in there, and for a while it was even the city dump, and so that's pretty much all landfill. The banks of the river are built up, and then of course the river isn't flooding through there any longer because of the dams, the reservoirs up there in the Cascade Mountains. Here's the next photo. This is taken from Skinner's Butte. And looking south, right down Willamette Street, you can notice the street cars there. Now this here is the Southern Pacific Railroad Depot. It is still currently there today. Now this here is another railroad station. It is currently still there today. It's used as a restaurant. They call it the Electric Station. It's a good name for it. Originally, the railroad was the Oregon Electric Railroad that goes up 5th Street there. Now, this building currently today is still there. This photo was taken about early 1920s, and you can't see it, but that church is still currently there today. This church is not, but and this here is a post office that is currently still there today also. Here it is, YouTube. Current day picture of that, May of 2009. Looking down Willamette Street there, 000 block of Eugene, separate east and west. And there are still currently same buildings in place in certain areas there, but they're blocked by these trees that the Boy Scouts planted in the 50s and 60s. This a nice little Boy Scout project. Later, that's something that came about was this O for the University of Oregon. And also what we have right through there, you can see that is that same building on the corner block there by the railroad station. The railroad station is still currently there, the Southern Pacific train depot. It's now operated by Union Pacific, of course. Here we have the Halt Center performing arts. Very nice theater, opera style seating in there. The only thing I didn't like about it is it took out the street through there. It's not a through street anymore. I didn't really like that. So here's the Eugene Hilton. This building here is a Key Bank building. This building there is the U.S. Bank building. Building right here is Eugene Public Library. Building here is housing. This here is Gene Tate condos. Back here is a senior assisted living, I believe. That's a low-income housing there. And in the background, Spencer's Butte. And still a few same churches. See, real nice one there. Another church is back here. And one thing they don't have anymore is the streetcars. But you know, that's something I'd like to see put back in, but most of the people here are too busy taking LSD. And moving on, this photo taken I believe looking up Willamette Street or Oak Street, and you can see the street rail car there, a trolley car, and you can still, this is 1920s too, and you can still see a horse and buggy and people walking. Town's real crowded, and it's looking at Skinner's Butte there. You can tell with no trees whatsoever. So real interesting. We do have electricity and street light hanging down there. Next, this is Teddy Roosevelt, and you can tell the whole town came out to see him. He's doing a whistle stop. We got again Skinner's Butte. There was no trees at all, natural grass, how it always was. And everyone is dressed nicely and respectively. And like on this box car there, you have some young kids climbing on top. And you know what? No one said anything. There wasn't real safety regulations back then. Everyone, if you got hurt, it was your fault. And this last one, this is taken from Pre-Hill. As some people may know it, it's where Prefontaine got in a car wreck up on this hill and ended up crashing and dying. And it is actually called Judkins Point. And it's the University of Oregon in there. You got D.D. Hall and such. And lots of small farms in here. Everyone has their own windmill, pumping their own water. Everyone has their own outhouse. And you got the Willamette River there. And you have a railroad coming through here, which has actually been relocated clear over here now. And that was after, you know, the dams were built, of course, so it didn't flood. And funny how people, you know, think we can take out the dams, but pretty much impossible. Dams have to stay or this town's underwater. So that railroad was relocated over here. The whole embankment of the river is built up, and Skinner's Butte over there. And in the distance you can see the city, and if you can, all you can see is little white church staples sticking up back there. Real nice. But there it is.